Okay, so welcome to this full moon in Leo that is happening today, happened actually today at 2:53 p.m. Moroccan time, 1:53 Universal time. So it was sometime this afternoon. For some of you, it was during the night, for those who are in the Far East. And for some others, it was early this morning. So this moon is happening at 24 degrees of Leo. And to see, I recommend that you see on your chart where that falls and to check the house where that falls. And that will tell you what is the area of your life that is mostly affected by this moon. As usual, this moon affects us all at different levels. For each of us, it will mean something different personally, but altogether it affects humanity, like all of us, and all aspects of our lives, really, since the intensity of what's happening in the sky has been kind of growing over the past couple of years. So the first thing to know about this moon is that it is still under very strong Aquarian energy. First of all, because Leo is the other polarity of the Aquarius-Leo axis, and the sun is currently in Aquarius, and it's shining its light on the moon that is in Leo. That's how we have a full moon. It's reflecting the sun that is shining from the Aquarius constellation. So Aquarian energy, very present. Second thing, Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, has a very strong position in the chart today. It's very strong, and it's still giving that Aquarian energy all around the zodiac. Remember that full moons mark a culmination of a cycle. So it can be the end of certain things, certain projects, certain relationships. So it's also a time to shed things, to let go of things that you no longer need, as we're going to go into the descending phase, the descending phase of the moon, until we start a new cycle with the next new moon in Pisces. So that's as a starter. Let's take a look at the archetype of Leo and to understand a little bit let's say, the fundamentals of this moon before we get into the specifics of how this moon connects to other stars, other planets, and what it means for us. Leo is the fifth sign of the zodiac, and it represents the emotional aspect of fire. The other fire signs are Aries, the physical aspect, and Sagittarius, the spiritual or mental aspect. It's associated with the heart, with love, and it is ruled by the sun. So it's very interesting that the sun is in its opposite sign, on its other polarity at the moment of where the moon is. It's associated with the inner father, the sun. I think that makes a lot of sense. And the attributes of Leo are love, generosity, sovereignty, empowerment, courage, creativity. These are all qualities, let's say, of Leo that we can use during this full moon. The mantra that corresponds to Leo is I can, which really embodies that possibility of doing things, of empowerment, of courage, of having a vision and making it happen, making it real. Interestingly enough, Leo is associated with the digestive system. I don't usually talk about the physical or the physiology correspondence between the signs, the zodiac signs, and the physical systems or our physiology. But this time I want to talk about it because it helps us understand the nature of Leo, of the concept of Leo. So the digestive system, its role is to integrate food, which are the experiences in life. And it speaks about the internal world versus the external world. And that is telling us about our ability to enjoy the experiences we have in life. And it puts the accent on the correspondence or the comparison or the coherence between my desires and my reality, what I have inside and what I have outside. And Leo has that very special position just in between the inside and the outside. It's kind of the seal from which we can see what's happening inside and what's happening outside. And I can take the experiences of life and take them in and make them nourish me, make them a nutrient, and equally manifest the desires, the inspirations that I have inside and bring them outside to the reality, to manifestation. The conflicts of Leo, they are important to understand because they show us the let's say, negative expression of this energy, of the energy of Leo. So the negative expression or the conflicts could be a tendency to hide things that are not admirable or that are less admirable by others, that are less sexy to show, you know, these kind of things. It can seek attention beyond measure. Imagine a lion, the king of the savannah, the king of the forest, wanting attention and to be worshipped and to be admired beyond measure. So that's when it falls into a more negative side. So a few words to remember the energy of Leo, and we'll go into that a little bit further in relation to what's happening in the sky. It bears the notion of a portal. That's the ability to be in between worlds, or in between spaces, in between times. The heart, it really is the sign mostly connected with the heart. Love, time with the experiences, and space with its relationship to others. It's very related to others. Now, so these are the fundamentals of this. Now let's look at the aspects and what's happening in the sky. The most important aspect is the sun and moon are squaring Uranus in Taurus. A square is a tense aspect. So it either brings conflict or brings the attention to something that is not working and requires transformation. Add to that Uranus is, this planet is called the awakener, but it's the bringer of change. Like it brings transformation, not in a very nice and soft way, but very strong, very brutal, but it makes you jump like several steps to get into something very, very new, very different, very innovative, closer to truth. So it's a very violent in the sense of intense and strong and powerful energy. Sudden, that's the word that I was looking for. It has the quality of bringing sudden change. Here, as it's squaring the moon and the sun, it's asking us the question, how do I shine as an individual and at the same time exist as part of a network? What is my place among others? Moon in Leo, how do I shine as an individual? Sun in Aquarius, me, part of a network, of a group, me, part of humanity, part of a web of connected beings. So what this is saying is it's asking us to shine authentically, to embody our truth, what we have inside, to embody it so that it is seen by others, and to bring to the world our most authentic self, almost as a gift. It's allowing ourselves to be transpersed, to allow the light of the divine to go through us and to embody it and shine it all around. And the fact that it's also connecting to the sun in Aquarius, it highlights the fact that we need to function as a single body with many suns, almost like a galaxy, you know? Each of us being a sun, a star, and together forming a bigger body. We have 3 other planets, as well as the North Node connecting to Uranus, which is charging even more Uranus with all those energy. We have Venus in Aries, Neptune, Saturn, and the North Node, all in Pisces, connecting in a sextile to Uranus. And so Uranus is pulling in all these energies, bringing transformation in all aspects of life, both as an individual and as a collective. And we still have Pluto, that this is a long standing trine, Pluto and in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus connecting. It's been months now, but it keeps giving that idea of deep transformation. So as you can see, there aren't many ways to escape the change that is being required from us. And it's a change that really, Uranus is also the planet of truth, that really requires us to connect with our truth and to let it out. And this is the other layer that I wanted to talk about, that is more connected to the collective. This moon is also bringing a sort of cleansing of all the thought forms, all the veils, all what clouds our vision of the truth. Of course, we're not going to see the truth like the original truth right now, or even I don't even think that we are able to see it as we are today with the level of consciousness we are existing in right now. However, if we assume, let's say, to give you an image, that between the reality that we perceive and the source behind it, let's say that there are layers, then some layers are just disappearing. And these are the layers that we created with our emotions, with our thoughts, with our civilizations, with everything that we created as humans. I don't know if I'm making myself understood. But it's the idea that in the same way that we are asked to shine our own truth and to let it out, the same is happening collectively, which is little by little bringing us closer to our truth as humanity. So that's one of the key aspects of this moon. We have another very interesting geometry or information happening in the sky is a grand cross. So if we take that square and connect it with one of the fixed stars called Agena, also called Hadar, in the constellation of the Centaur, we get a grand square, a fixed grand square. Grand cross, sorry. That's the word that I was looking for, grand cross. And interestingly enough, Agena is the one who lights up the entrance. So for a full moon in Leo, it's the perfect correspondence, it's the perfect help that we can get from fixed stars. Remember, fixed stars are the ones who shine a very fine energy, very subtle, very high vibration, and very precise as well. It's like laser-like. And when they connect to planets for an event or in our chart, they bring like some powerful information. And this is like reinforcing the information that this full moon is bringing to us. So Agena is the spiritual light that lights up our actions, that brings light to our actions, but also connects us to our mystical strength. So our strength that is beyond the material world, our more spiritual strength, so that we reconnect and encounter our psychic possibilities. Those possibilities are what? Or capacities. These are the ones that allow us to connect with other layers, other dimensions, other worlds, other realms. So this star is helping us cross that portal towards other realities. And there's two ways that we can look at this star and use the energy of this star for this new moon. One is in our transformation. It's about embodying that portal quality of Leo, the passageway between the inside and the outside, as I described earlier. So the ability to shine light within. So almost like you have a headlamp and you're looking within and say, oh, this is what I want to be. This is who I truly feel I need to be. Which is not that easy, you know. That's not how most of us were raised. And that's not what society anyway fosters. So this star is helping us even more to connect with that inner truth. But it's also talking about connecting to different times, different planes of existence, different dimensions. So to get inspiration, to maybe connect with past lives, whatever you want to call it, past lives, other timelines, depending on how you view the way our universe is organized, or going to other levels of consciousness. And what's very interesting is Agena is opposing Uranus to the degree. And remember that Uranus is the master of vibration. I said that at the beginning of this year for the first moon that we connected to together. Vibration is the word for 2025. It's very important that we look after our vibration because it's the more direct way to move through reality. And also the one that is the closest to truth. By that, I mean, you can't lie with vibration. We can't even lie to ourselves. And you can't lie to others. And also, once you learn how to manage your vibration, you no longer need to fight against things. You just play with your vibration and put yourself in a vibration where vibrations you don't want don't even exist. They just disappear. That's the beauty of learning how to do that. And I would say if there's one thing that we should put our efforts in, it's to learn that, how to watch the vibration we are in and how to navigate it. One other thing, the Centaur constellation which is the constellation that Agena belongs to, gives direction to the soul in its evolution. So I think it's a nice little help as well with this configuration, with this geometry in the sky. So not only it is helping us to uncover truths within and truths outside in other planes, but it's also helping us navigate through them and help us find our path. And in that way, it helps us embody even more that sky-earth connection. So these are the key points for this moon. Just to summarize a little bit, it really invites us to shine like a sun, to allow our inner light to be seen by everyone. It's inviting us to transform deeply into what we feel we hold within, our desires, our essence, our internal world, and to transform our external world. It's a time of empowerment as well, in a very balanced and in a positive Leo way, which means to allow ourselves to shine so that others, you know, when we shine, others allow themselves to shine too. It's not so much about giving the example of who we are, but just showing that, yes, you know, sometimes you see someone do something, it's like, oh, wow, they did it. And then you feel inspired to do something not similar, but to do something that you thought was, you know, difficult or not allowed, or you didn't think you could do it. But when you see it done, it just like gives you that extra courage to do it. And yeah, it's really a great moment with this moon to step into the new world. So the doors are open for us to step into this new world, be it personally, in a new skin, in a new life, in a new, even if it's we're not changing our entire life, it's just portions or certain areas of our life that we want to change. This is very auspicious. This moment is very auspicious to do that. And also honoring the very strong Aquarian energy that is infusing this moon, it's remembering that we are part of a bigger group, of a bigger network, and that we are all connected, and that each of us vibrates at a certain frequency, and this is how it's our vibration ultimately that feeds into the collective, and we receive information from the collective through that vibration. You can say all the words you want. It's really your vibration that, you know, shapes our reality. So think about that, and think about how you would like to change the world, and considering how we are connected to each other, what vibration do you want to send out there? And how do you want to contribute to the reality that we are experiencing collectively? Because each of us, in the same way that when you look at the Milky Way, every single star, big or small, bright or less bright, every single star is an essential component of the Milky Way and contributes to its beauty. So in the same way, each of us has that contribution to make vibrationally by sending out, by embodying and sending out there the vibration of the world you want to see. What else? Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's look now at the message that the people from the inner earth have for us. So, what additional information do we have for this full moon in Leo? It's taking its time. Oh, okay. Well, I think I'm going to have to pick. Can you see? It's called the light from the Incas. And let's see. So we see a diamond with light shining through from behind. Okay. All right. It goes like this. Some of us have been invited to explore civilizations that are more evolved on other spheres, and we have been taught about matter. Matter, in the way you know it, vibrates at the level at the farthest level from permanent light. If you put your preoccupations and your worries only at the material level, you you get far away from the light and you fall into darkness, which produces a lot of problems, suffering, and illnesses. We would like to remind you of the importance to connect to your true self beyond the identity that it has today. You are a great spirit that lives an experience that is partly material, but you must be able to rise, to come back to spiritual planes, because those are the ones that shape the forms of the future. The key is, don't stay attached to material preoccupations. The light acts from the spiritual planes. Nourish them by elevating your thoughts and your feelings. There it is. Can you see? Yeah, now it's clear. Okay. Let's move on to the meditation. Share the sound. Okay. Make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. And take a few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Take a moment to stretch if you feel the need to. To yawn maybe. And when you're ready, come back to normal breathing. Take a moment to center yourself, placing your entire attention on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Notice the air that comes in and goes out through your nostrils. And allow your body to relax completely. Check your shoulders, your lower belly, your arms, your face. And settle into comfortable physical posture. And maybe put a half a smile on your mouth. And let yourself be carried by your breath. And now place your attention on your root. And with your breath, imagine, feel, or see roots growing into earth. Inhale, and with each exhale, see your roots growing deeper, wider into earth, like the roots of a tree, seeking anchor, nourishment, stability, communication. And with every breath, my roots expand, connect deeper into earth. And as they grow, I feel the magnetic nature of the earth within, anchoring me, pulling me towards its core. I feel warmth, gentle and soft, going up my roots. Warmth generated by the energy of the gravity, like a soft light that runs like sap into my roots, nourishing me. I keep breathing, anchoring myself deeper and deeper, and allowing that soft magnetic light to grow and flow into my body. And when I feel that light has filled up my entire body, I release my breath and I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I visualize the sun above me. I see, feel, or imagine a ray of light descending from the sun and entering my body through my crown. I allow its light to penetrate my body and fill it entirely. I feel its warmth all around, and I allow that warmth to infuse my entire body from within. And as the sun keeps shining that ray of light above me, I perceive the vibration of every photon. And I see how that vibration fills my entire body. The vibrating photons travel through my physical body down to every cell, and I allow them to fill me with light and warmth. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I place my attention on my heart at the center of my chest. And there I perceive a vivid flame shining out the light of consciousness, the light that is eternal. And I recognize in that light the source of all light, of all truth, the source of my soul. I contemplate that light And with my breath, I expand it all inside my body and beyond. And as I breathe in and out, I see that flame shine brighter and its warmth expand. Shining bright outwardly. And I see its brightness reach out further and further, making me shine like a sun. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And as I'm standing there, shining bright, I feel a crown descending on my head. And I remember the courage and the power that I have within. I remember my sovereignty. I remember my ability to manifest in my creative power. I remember the generosity and kindness that I have within to give to others, and the joy that I have to express. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I take a moment to imagine the life that I want to create. What does my life look like when I allow the flame of consciousness to expand through me? Who am I becoming? What parts of myself am I ready to embody? What parts of myself were hidden and that I am now ready to let shine? And I feel the joy that surrounds the answers that I'm giving to all these questions. I feel the expansion and the liberation that comes with every vision that I have, with me embodying my truth and allowing myself to shine. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I let the silvery light of the moon up there in Leo to seal that new information into my field, into my body, and in every cell. And as I allow the moonlight to shine on me, I realize that I am floating in the cosmos, a star among the stars, a soul among the souls shining their light. And I allow myself to shine fully and brightly and I understand, I see that together we form a galaxy. And as I hold the flame of consciousness within, I allow my inner sun to shine. For I am a sun among the suns. I am the portal for the expression of the I am presence I hold within. I know, I can, I am. And I activate with my song. And I allow my vibration to be heard throughout the entire cosmos. I know I can. I am. Gently, I come back here and now. I start moving, stretching. And when I'm ready, I can open my eyes. Thank you once again for being here and for sharing with me this very special moment. I wish you a wonderful full moon, and I will see you in 2 weeks for the new moon.